Let's hit it.
Welcome to Shanie Sunshine Lounge, where you learn from those who are giving their hearts and their crafts to their businesses. Today, I have an awesome entertainer, OMAR WILSON, to share a little bit about himself, his craft, and being in the entertainment business. OMAR, thank you so much for joining me in the lounge.
Oh, man, it's a blessing, a pleasure, and an honor to be here. Definitely. And hope everybody being safe and healthy.
Absolutely. Loving the accent. Man, bring back some memories. Okay, wait. Stay focused, Shanie.
No. Hey, I mean, you know what? There's no script when it comes to life, so you got to just do what it is, you know?
And that's exactly what we're about to do. All right. So here we go. I want you to share a little bit about yourself and what made you become an entertainer.
Okay, well, my name is Omar Wilson, the Black Sinatra. I mean, I started out singing. I sung my first solo when I was 6 years old. That's a lot of effort.
Wow.
Yeah, so shout out to my mom, for putting me in church and put me on the choir, and that's really was the start. So I guess I was born, learned how to walk, and then I started singing.
I don't know. That sounds like you came out the womb singing. That's what that sounds like to me.
I mean, you know what? We got to make everything sound like a superhero story. So if that's what works, I'm running with it.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds legendary to me. So I'm rocking with whatever will last forever.
I absolutely love that. You said legendary. I have a piece called "I'm Already Legendary."
Correct. You are.
Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. So, do you see that you have a bright future in entertainment?
Oh, definitely, because it's been me. I mean, even when I first started professionally, getting into the industry, it wasn't to be a star or to make people love me. I had a daughter when I was 17 years old. So it was a automatic reality of what can I do to give, my child an unfair financial advantage in this world, because ain't nothing fair, so singing was my talent. So that's kind of how it started. And I think that's also what makes me and gives me the power that I have right now, because it comes from a place of survival and, wanting to be the best for my family, not just to, try to make everybody love me and to get on stage and be happy. Even though, I love all that too. That comes along with, don't get me wrong. I love to make ladies smile. Like, that's my main objective on this earth, and to inspire people. But
yeah.
but it started organically. That's all I gotta say.
So how old were you? Okay, so you said you were 17 when you had your child. So, and is that when you actually started in the music?
Well, I started singing.
I mean, you started when you were 6, but right. I mean, like, on a business level, how old were you when you started that?
Okay, at about 14, 15, 3 of my cousins had a rap group called the Lost Souls, and
yes. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, boom. So the Lost Souls consisted of my 3 cousins, and it was produced by this other cat. So at that time, my eldest cousin in the group, his name, we called him Trap at that time, he was dating Left Eye Lopez. Like, this is right when Ain't Too Proud to Beg came out, like that era.
Yeah.
So, and they were all from Norwalk, Connecticut, small town, doing big things. So that initially was my spark to see, dang, like, you can start from actually nowhere and get to the highest heights if you believe and put the work in. So I started actually rapping. I was singing in church, and about 14, 15, inspired by the group, I started rapping. So I would say professionally, just writing songs and really taking it serious, and every day sharpening my pen and coming up with subject matter. I was like 14, 15. Like, I really started taking it serious.
Wow.
And then I got an opportunity to do a feature with the Lost Souls on the first album, Soul Talk, and I ended up doing so well that I moved to North Carolina to be a part of the group. And we had an album out, I think it was under Ichiban International at that time. And that was like my first professional album, like, you know, went out worldwide, that type of thing. So I would say,
wow, that's so dope. So dope. All right, so we have a couple of questions, and we're gonna take you over here. We're gonna do some lounge talk. So,
let's go.
Yeah, I'm loving your vibe. That's dope. Okay, so
thank you. Well, you know, it's reciprocated. You know, you got the vibrations, they bounce off each other. So
don't they? Yes.
Salute to you.
Oh my gosh! Look, see, and I'm smiling. That just brightens my day. So
well, that's my job. And once again, back to my job.
It's really good for that vibe because you can feel it.
Right.
You can feel it. Okay, so my first question to you is, would you rather have fame or money?
Would you rather have fame or money? I mean, you know, man, in the mortal words of the big homie Tupac, he said, all I want is money. After fame, I'm a simple man. You know what I mean? Like I said, once again, I didn't get into this for people to revere me and say you're great. I got into this, you know, to have an unfair financial advantage, you know, to have financial freedom, you know, to you know, it involved into inspiring people and understanding my place in this music industry. And hence the reason why, you know, one of the things we're going to talk about is the album that I'm doing, paying homage to all the legends, because through my journey, I realized, you know, how important my space is, what I'm doing, where I'm at, you know, and what I bring to the table. So it's evolved into that. But once again, it started from, you know, I wanted to get that money. So yeah, definitely money.
So even starting into it was about the money. So even still now you say, you know, fuck the fame, I'll take the money.
Correct.
All right. I know this. It's a lot of hard work dealing with different challenges and things like that. So you touched many people's hearts. So what touches your heart?
People, because I mean that's the other piece of how I started. Like when people say like, what inspired you in the beginning? What inspired me is people, places, things. You know, I've traveled a lot of different places, you know, throughout, you know, my young life and seen the good, the bad, the ugly, people with all the money, people with no money, you know, and everything in between. So I think that was the initial spark for me. It was people, places, and things, and emotions and stories, and you know, people's lives that wouldn't be able to be told if I didn't, you know, put it into perspective. So, you know, some of my songs are, you know, personally about me. Some is about what I've seen, you know, seeing it from third person. It's just experiences. And that's why I want to keep you know, that's traveling and doing things. So the more I see, the more I experience, the more you realize how we are different in certain ways, but we're the same in a lot of ways, which is most, no matter what you got.
Yeah,
or don't have.
I can totally relate to that because when I write, it depends on what's going on that actually triggers or inspires the flow.
Correct.
So you know you can be in a good place and be able to write or not, and vice versa.
Right.
So
right.
I can totally relate to that. So what makes all of the things that you touch in people's heart, what makes that worthwhile?
I mean, at the end of the day, man, it's about, you know, there's so many people out there that might just need to, like you said, feel something, feel like somebody understands. And I was blessed to come up with a mother and a father. Like, you know, I was born with mom and dad, and they was both there, you know, and did whatever they could. You know, my mom to this day, my pops passed a couple of years back, but you know, my mom to this day, you know, it's like the same love. Like you would think that I'm 5 years old still because it's the same caliber of love. So for me, most people where I came from, they didn't have no mom, no pops. Like my family structure and example was the one that everybody looked to. You know what I'm saying? So I think from the gate, that's when I felt like I had a responsibility because like I had an unfair advantage in life, which is messed up to have that balance and to have a strong father. You know, my pops was a 2-time Vietnam veteran, was airborne paratrooper. So, you know what I mean? To have that type of individual, you know, to give you the real perspective on what life really is for real. Like, before there was Google, he was Google. Because he lived everything. You know what I mean?
Yes, I love it. I absolutely love it. That is powerful. And you know what? It's crazy to say that that's an unfair advantage, but it really is, because so many people grew up like that.
Right.
Especially, and I know for me, like, I had my dad in my life, but he didn't necessarily live in a house after a certain point, so I can totally get that. And
right.
you know, my brother we were actually talking about that the other day, about wanting to make sure that your kids grow up with both parents, and you know how for some people that is such a struggle because of whatever trauma that other person is coming in with, or whatever trauma you coming in with. So I get that. Wow. So we do have some more questions coming up.
Ask away.
But we're gonna head over. I want to hear some music.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We popping about so much stuff. I forgot I'm a singer. You know what I'm saying? We just chopping it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead. I want to hear the groove. So DJ, that mic is hot.
Real music.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This right here is a song about how love brings special people together. Dance to this. I remember when I first met you. It was a sunny day in May. Now here we are together. So baby, here we go. You're fine from head to toe. Let me take your hand, show 'em I'm your man. You're my lady. Yeah, yeah. Bottles 'cause I can. And we go to dance. Let's go to dance. Baby, me and you. Girl, take my hand. Let's two-step to the groove. I love the way you move. Just take my hand. Let's two-step to the groove. Two-step to the groove. Back in November, when you said yes, it was the greatest day of my life. And in December, I made you mine. So let's party, baby, all night. Let me take your hand, show 'em I'm your man. You're my lady. Yeah, yeah. Bottles 'cause I can. And we go to dance. Let's go to dance. Baby, me and you. Girl, take my hand. Let's two-step to the groove. I love the way you move. Just take my hand. Let's two-step to the groove. Two-step to the groove. Yeah, me and my baby two-stepping on the dance floor. Forever my lady, the one that I live for. I knew the first day that I met you that you was the one. That's why I had to get you. Bottles of champagne just to see you smile. Partying all night, baby, it's going down. I love the way you move. Watching your body fall in love with the groove. Let me take your hand. Show 'em I'm your man. You're my lady. Yeah, yeah. Bottles 'cause I can. And we go to dance. Let's go to dance. Baby, me and you. Girl, take my hand. Let's two-step to the groove. I love the way you
All right, we just heard the groove. You didn't tell me we was going to get you live over here, Omar.
Hey man. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to be somewhere in the summertime rocking that record, watching people dance to it. Man.
Absolutely. I can't wait to that either. That's gonna be dope. All right. So are you ready for my next question?
I'm ready, willing, and able.
Let's go. Okay, so share 2 or 3 dumb things that you have seen people do trying to make it in the entertainment business.
I mean, I didn't see, I'm sure you want to ask that question. I mean,
yeah, let's get it.
I mean, everything from, I remember back in the day when they used to have the music conferences, going to music conferences with T-shirts that say, sign me on them. You know what I mean? To waiting outside the office for label execs to come outside.
What? Sign me, huh?
All day, sit out there all day and wait for the right person to walk in.
Wow.
So you name it.
So give me 2 more dumb things that you've seen people do in the industry, like.
I mean, on the flip side, they might buy out the bar, or, when they know the right celebrities coming in, thinking that that's gonna work. Most time it don't. They just drink it, lick, and keep it moving, and say thank you.
So you burning money?
Yeah, I didn't know. Not me personally,
No, not you. I'm saying they burning money.
Yeah, they burning bread. I mean, maybe they thought that was going to be the objective to get them there, but they just made somebody not thirsty that night.
Yeah, you know that because them labels, they got deep throats.
You know that.
They have experience in drinking. Like, okay, come on, let's go.
Well, I always said politics, business. A lot of the business decisions are made, whatever, on the golf course. But in the music industry, we make our decisions, in the club, and strip clubs, and things of that nature, because that's where you're the most comfortable.
Yep, politicking.
Yeah, politicking.
Oh, wow. Okay. I have, and that, that doesn't really surprise me that they would actually, think buying out the bar would actually do it. Okay.
I guess, it's a way to put the attention on you. So I guess it could work, but it still determines on what product you have and what you said in the beginning, the vibe and the energy of a person.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. You're going to have to give me one more because sadly I'm enjoying this.
One more funny thing. So, I mean, I've seen a dude, send girls to an exec, and have them, handle business to get a meeting. So that's another way of doing it.
Okay, why am I not surprised at that?
The levels are crazy. I guess you know what it's like in politics where they do lobbying, like lobbyists. That's basically all they're doing.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it.
I want you to pass this bill. Would you mind, do you have a pool? Would you mind, you want a pool?
Right.
I'm going to go ahead and buy you this pool. And,
go ahead and work your magic.
Yeah. Go ahead and make that bill pass for me right quick.
Okay. So while we passing the bill, what's the toughest lesson that you had to learn?
Toughest lesson that I had to learn that opportunity comes once. And if you let it slide, you might not ever get your chance to make it happen again. So treat every situation like it is the biggest situation that you'll ever have. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's not about the quantity, but it's the quality of the situation. And I've had to, have personal experiences to learn that the hard way. So definitely don't take anything for granted. Treat it like what it is, a blessing.
Absolutely. Because, that has everything to do with being present. Some people are either stuck in the past or so far in the future that they forget to be present and know that this moment is the gift. So
this moment is the gift.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So you are allowing us to premiere your new soon-to-be chart-topping single, 96.
Wow.
Yes.
And I definitely appreciate you guys premiering it. It's an honor. Like this, just this vibe and this energy is all I ask for. You know what I mean? Because you know what makes a record go to #1 is the right people representing it.
Absolutely. All right. So I want to hear this in its totality. DJ,
Okay.
that mic is hot.
Ain't nobody perfect, I'm not trying to blame nobody. And everyone out there just chasing the fame. Everybody, if you give me a chance, we'll go back to the basics. Yeah, oh girl, I love you like it's 1996. You ain't never had it like this, no. You know, you want my love, baby. So give me one reason you can make it easier. You know, you want my love, baby. So let me make it simple for you. What can I do to make you fall in love again? What can I do? I just wanna take it back. Let me take you back. Sitting up in my room, thinking about only you. Girl, just come through. Listening to Blackstreet kicking it like we back in 96. Like we back in 96. Like we back. I'm just trying to get you on my tempo. Cause I ain't really nothing like you used to know. Maybe we can meet up somewhere central. You say you waited, but you got to be willing to meet me halfway. You know, you want my love, baby. So give me one reason you can make it easier. You know, you want my love, baby. So let me make it simple for you. What can I do to make you fall in love again? What can I do? I just wanna take it back. Let me take you back. Sitting up in my room, thinking about only you. Girl, just come through. Listening to Blackstreet kicking it like we back in 96. 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 Like we back. Let's start all over, baby. Like the beginning. Baby, let me take you back. What can I do to make you fall in love again? What can I do? I just wanna take it back. Let me take you back. Sitting up in my room, thinking about only you. Baby girl, come through. Like we back in 96. 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 Like we back.
Woo! That part.
Spring, man.
Oh my gosh, I absolutely love that. I'm over here dancing.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
And
96 was a good year.
96 was a very good year. Man, you
Okay.
Wow. Look like it's about to birth a lot more good years.
You know what I'm saying?
But
All
I
right, so
appreciate you. Definitely. Thank you.
Man. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be grooving all day on repeat. Okay, so we got one final question for you over here in Lounge Talk. So,
Yeah, only one more question? Damn. I feel cheated.
Oh, so was that an invite to come back again? Is that what you say? You just invited yourself to come back again? Because we would always love to have you.
I mean, my door is always open. To make a beautiful lady smile. Like I told you, that's my job. If you smiling, then I'm doing my job.
Hey, now. Okay, so what was the hardest choice you had to make regarding your entertainment career?
The hardest choice I had to make?
Yes.
The day I had to leave my daughter, the day after her first birthday, to move down to North Carolina to start this career.
Wow.
To this day, hardest choice I ever made. And then the first time I was able to come back home, she was walking.
Wow.
And I'll never forget walking I came up the Greyhound. That's, hitting the Greyhound back and forth to North Carolina from Connecticut. And walking in the room, and she walked, and she like pushed the door in and came like stumbling in. Man, come on, man. Bring a grown man, bring a grown man down. Bring a grown man down.
Man. Yeah, that had to be hard. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because I love, I love mine. So, but I knew it was the right thing to do, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you're when you make that decision, like you want them to have a better life, or you want them to have the best life. Let me say that. When you want them to have the best life, sometimes we have to make decisions that when we look at it, we be like, okay, how am I going to do that? But if I don't do that, then what?
Right.
Yeah. So wow.
So that was definitely it, man. And, hopefully one day, I wrote a song about it years ago called He Knows. Hopefully down the line, you know what I'm saying? Maybe on a new album, whatever, we'll be able to have this so it could just fully explain the song and everything that was attached with it.
Yeah. So how old is she now?
She just turned 24.
Woo!
April 27th was her birthday.
Wow.
Yep.
Happy belated birthday, man.
Thanks.
Man. Okay. So yeah, that's gotta be hard as parents. So when you made that decision and you did it, so like you left, like, cause I know that was like traumatizing for you, right? Especially because you grew up with both parents being in the house, you know what I mean? So that looked different, right? Your baby one place, you somewhere else. And so you traveling back and forth. Man, I remember them Greyhound bus trips, man. Traveling back and forth. So how often were you able to come back and to see her with what you were doing?
And I know it's God now, but I heard it in my heart. Like I heard it in my head and felt it in my heart. Like it was time to make a move.
Mm-hmm. So how often did you do that? How often did you travel back and forth?
As much as I could. Like, at that time, money was tight and, we were recording and, you know what I'm saying? So it was, whenever I could, I would just come back and forth, send my money up and just do what I did. And that was always the intensity. So once again, it was like, I wasn't down there just to record music and be cool and get girls and look like a rapper. It was like, yo, man, every time we got in the studio, it was no game. Because it's like, I'm missing out on what I don't want to miss out to do this. So,
okay.
Always took it that serious.
Right. And so if you, in thinking about that, so that was on a personal level and entertainment. So let me ask you that again. So with on the entertainment side, okay, what was the hardest thing on the entertainment side? What decision did you have to make?
Oh, to leave my rap group. Because at that time, our producer, he had ended up, making a bunch of hit records. So he moved to LA and was doing his own thing. And we had moved back to Connecticut and was performing as a rap group in New York, doing showcases, this, that, and the third, just moving and shaking, trying to make things happen. And I had started to write songs over rap beats. That's kind of how I got reintroduced to singing again. Because for a minute I was like, man, I ain't singing soft. I ain't doing that. And I was into my rap thing. You know what I mean? That was my mind state. So I had to start writing the hooks for some of our rap songs because our producer, he went to LA and made it and kind of left us. So so I said, you know what? Let me just see if I can start writing full songs. I wrote a couple songs. The group would allow me to sing one of my songs during our rap set, and it kind of started taking prevalence over everything we was doing. And one day they came to me and was like, we're gonna break up the group. You know what I'm saying? And let you do what you need to do. Like, yo, and I'm like, nah, I'm a loyal soldier to the grind and to what we doing. It's nah, we feel like if you do what you need to do, it'll be beneficial to all of us. So once again, even that, and remember, all the 3 members of the group are my first cousins. All our mothers is sisters. You know what I mean? So we're also family. And it was their vision that sparked me to want to even take it fully serious. So I was like, I can't, you know what I mean? And that was the other part that to this day makes it so serious for me. Like I'm not just doing this to make the world love me. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing, people gave up their dream to make sure I could thrive. I can't play games with that.
Yeah. And so so being, and I don't want to say it like in a disrespectful way or anything, but the group was a safety net because you were, removing that safety net. And now it's like, okay, I'm carrying a lot of weight to do this because they actually was like, nah, you doing this for all of us. And that's a lot to carry.
And they got ridiculed too. Like, yo, you going, you know what I mean? So they went through years of, y'all going, do this with, but now it's like, redemption is a beautiful thing when you put the hard work in. Yeah. Now everybody's like, how did you know? But once again, it came back to a feeling. Yeah. Because it was about survival. It wasn't about who was trying to be the best and Big Mr. Starman. That's all good. We trying to make sure that
is a beast.
Yeah, we trying to make sure that generations from now we'll be able to eat and thrive. That's what it was based on.
Wow, I absolutely love that. Man, that is. I'm just thinking about that. That would be so hard, and you actually were able to do that. But I love that they were able to support you and push you and like, no, you're not gonna stay in this comfort zone. You gotta get out here and you're gonna do this work. So you came out here to do this work. Let's get it. I love that.
And that's why when I come out, I have a tenacity that most people haven't seen. That's why I really think there was a time where everyone sung the way I sung, whether you had a heavy voice, light voice, whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's a different time now. So when they see someone giving their all and they're touching a part of people that really has been dormant for so long, it seems magical. But it's real. All I'm doing is doing what David Ruffin and Donny Hathaway and Otis Redding and Sam Cooke. All I'm doing is what they did. They sung with everything that was them. That's why they're legends and they'll be forever.
Wow. Yep. Absolutely. This has been such a great conversation. Omar, I want to thank you so much for sharing your wisdom. I've been enjoying this. Oh my goodness. I appreciate it.
And definitely everybody. I also, my current album right now is called Living Legend. Make sure everybody go out there and snatch that up. It is available on all streaming platforms.
Which is funny because I was just going to say, how can the listeners learn more about you and where to hear you at and what you have on your plate? So
well, Instagram, is Omar Wilson. Facebook and Twitter is just Omar Wilson. I have a website as well, owilson.com, owilson.com. Or, you can Google my name. I got a lot of different things that'll jump up as well that'll connect you to me. But definitely want everybody to stay in contact. The album's doing well. We got new records coming out. I also have the Omar Wilson Sings the Classic album that's going to be coming out. And I'm singing some classics from some of the most legendary soul voices that ever touched the earth. It's an honor to be a part of that lineage. Shout out to my label BSE Recordings for, just fine-tuning the understanding of what I need to do from a perspective of doing original records, like The Groove and like 96 to classics, remaking classics and doing renditions of classics like James Brown's A Man's World down to Teddy Pendergrass and, Marvin Gaye. Yes, we touching all those.
I just want you to sing one note. This is a man's world.
This is a man's world. But it wouldn't be nothing without a woman or a girl. Ooh.
Woo! Thank you very much.
You're welcome very much.
Oh my gosh, once again, I thank you so much for being our guest here at the lounge. This was absolutely phenomenal. I'm like vibing so high right now.
Word.
Yes.
And make sure that thank you for premiering 96. Make sure you follow me on the gram as well. And definitely, man, I look forward to coming back and bringing more heat. Like, we got a lot of records coming out. It's just, this blip on the radars, slowed us all down. Shout out to everybody out there that's going through it, been through it. RIP to whoever has passed away due to this monster. But I look forward to coming back out and inspiring the people and giving them something to smile, dance, and laugh about again.
And you absolutely will. Thank you so much. So I'm Shanie. This is the Sunshine Lounge. Until next time, I am sending you love, light, and hugs. Smile. You are loved. And that is such a beautiful thing.
I'm OMAR WILSON, the Black Sinatra, man.